The Ocean Youth Trust, the reason for its being in existence is it's a charity, and its aims are to provide young people from all different backgrounds the experience of life at sea. And when I say life at sea, what I'm really saying is that they have the experience of living in quite a confined boat for 5 or 7 days. They have to get on with each other, and they also have to achieve tasks together, like putting the sails up. So sometimes a young person will come on board and think they can pull the mainsail up by themselves, but very quickly they realise that it needs 4 or 5 people all working together to get the mainsail up, because it's a very big sail. Also, the young people have to get on with each other. They have to cook meals together. They have to clean the boat together. They have to keep each other safe. We have to be really careful that people don't fall overboard. So they have to learn how to look after themselves, how to clip on using the tethers we've got. So all that is really quite a lot of experience in a few days, and hopefully what we believe is that it will give the young people a chance later on in life to learn some of those skills and to use them. Not everybody likes sailing in the future, but 1 or 2 people on each trip, and there's one person on this trip who's really been keen to come again as a possible bosun. So that is really good news, and that's typically what happens on each trip. 1 or 2 people will be really keen to come and sail again in the future, but it's not everyone's cup of tea. Sometimes people can be quite seasick and not very happy. But again, this has happened on this trip, and the people who have been seasick have actually, at the end of the trip, have actually enjoyed, if that's the right word, enjoyed the experience of getting through the seasickness and becoming, quote, normal again. So that's really what we're all about as an Ocean Youth Trust.
There's a lot of adrenaline involved. It's very intense. I feel like a lot of things can actually go wrong, even though it's just a drill. Like, you can quite easily get sucked under the boat. You can lose parts of your equipment. There can be a hole, allowing water to come in. Various things, yeah.
Have you ever had a bad experience doing it?
No, it's always gone very smoothly. Never had any issues. So I try to visualize that it's real, that the fender is actually a person who's fallen in. So when I come down, the whole process of getting equipment on is it's long, it's hard, because you're thinking the whole time that there's someone in there drowning, even though there's not. But I just like to put that into my mind so the situation can become realistic. So I'm putting this equipment on. It's taken a long time, and then you go in, and it's such a weird feeling because you can't feel the water or the temperature unless it's on your face or your hands. It's just like you're floating, and then you have to swim out and grab the buoy, and getting the buoy into a secure position to be hoisted up is one of the hardest challenges there. So I can't imagine how hard it'll be when there's a panicking human in the water.
Right, give him a good clap, guys. We've had some challenging times, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
But we've had fun, yeah?
Yeah.
I've even learnt what a burner phone is, so that's good. And it's been quite challenging because some of you felt pretty seasick and horrible, and I never want to go on a boat ever again. But then, a few days later, where's Jamie?
I'm here.
What do you say after? What do you say a few days later?
I'm all good now. It was
All
good
good.
crack.
Was it worth going through it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it was like Jackie was saying at one stage, wasn't it? You went through quite out of your comfort zones. You got stretched a lot, but you came back into your comfort zone again.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you look back at that, it was worth doing, was it? Because life's a bit like that, isn't it, Jackie? That's the point you were making. Life's a bit like that. So one of the big bits about these trips is that hopefully it prepares you a bit more for life in the future, right? So there's that bit about going through a challenging time, working together as a group to achieve various tasks. You've all done that, yeah? With good humour, and I don't think anyone's beaten anybody up, have they? Or there was a bit of a
Just Rex got tied up.
These two.
We got the boats tied up.
just the sea staff doing that. Yeah. So you work together as a group to achieve things, yeah, and you learn something about yourselves, probably, yeah. If you ask yourselves, what have I learnt about myself? I'm not going to ask you to say that unless you want to, but you know, you probably learnt something about yourselves these 5 days. So we've done quite a lot this 5 days. So Mr. Lewis Person, sir, is going to. So I've got a bit of a cold, so I'm going a bit doolally. But
You're always a bit doolally.
so that's probably not an appropriate term to use now, doolally, is it? Is that wrong? Yeah. Anyway. So if you're just going to go through where we went, so if anybody wants to shout out what happened in these various bits, please do so, right? And we can try and remember.
Do you know whereabouts on this map of the world we are just now, where we started?
Bottom right.
Where?
No, down. Where we started?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where we are now.
where we are now.
Like down here.
We are in Oban here.
Yeah.
So that's where we started on Monday, and that's where we are back now. So Pete said his job at the start was to keep us all safe and get us back here. So you done well.
Well,
Brilliant job. Yeah.
any injuries at all?
Nah.
Yeah, maybe some emotional ones.
Emotional injuries.
Scarred for life.
So what did you think of the boat when you first got on Monday? Was you a bit nervous about the week, or were you not sure what to expect?
Quite cramped and smelly,
Yeah.
and it was quite nervous.
Yeah.
It looks smaller when like the sails aren't up, but once the sail comes up, it looks like a proper sailing. So like.
So, do you remember where we went on the first night on Monday night?
The sand mines.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that's where they were.
Loch Allen.
They are just in Loch Allen here, just at the start of the Sound of the Mull. What do you think of Loch Allen?
It was nice.
Nice wee place.
It had a nice shower.
Yeah.
Did you get a shower there as well? It's alright.
It was only a pond as well for 4 minutes.
Yeah, so basically as soon as you start getting up to this part of the world, you need to pay for your showers. The worst one I've had was all the way up here, and it was £1 for 2 minutes.
What?
Yeah,
That's a wreck.
I just didn't go. So Loch Allen, we left there quite early on the Tuesday morning, didn't we? And then Tuesday morning it was all quite nice and smooth, until we got to here, and then everyone was sick, almost.
Except
Who wasn't sick tomorrow?
top tier.
Top, the alpha males and females.
The alpha males.
The alpha humans.
My personal favourite moment from that bit is when we got to about here, and Ailey ran out from the back cabin, dove onto hands and knees, landed at a bucket, and went straight into it.
And woke us up.
My favourite moment is when Rex stood up and just went.
And then it just sprayed everywhere.
Everyone's like, Rex, don't do it, don't do it.
Sprinted.
Ailey was through there, she came down here, basically went to her knees, and there was a bucket in front of her, and she just
Rugby's paid off.
So, that's it. So, what do we think of that when the boat was battering into all those waves?
It was the most horrible thing ever. When I came down here, I thought I was dying.
Yeah, there were some big waves out there, wasn't there?
Aye.
It was bouncing up and down into them, and waves crashing everywhere. And
I'm glad I didn't stay in bed.
Yeah.
I thought it was a moment where a lot of good content was lost, you know, and it was a very entertaining watching others, you know, suffer while you were just like.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
Alright, and where did we end up eventually on Tuesday? So here, Battersea was right there. But remember what happened just about here before we got into Battersea?
Dolphins.
Yeah, we got all the dolphins.
Also got dolphins.
The dolphins were with us for ages. Had about 20 or 25 of them all swimming about the boat, which was amazing.
That's slippery one.
I didn't.
Nice.
Yeah, got into Battersea, anchored there overnight, and then we got ashore to the beach the next morning, didn't we? Wednesday morning. What do we think of Battersea?
Nice.
It's quite weird. So
Yeah,
it's like,
remote.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like town in Newcastle.
No.
Silent.
No.
There's like
Everyone
an
knows
old
everyone definitely.
park or whatever it was.
No bandos.
That beach we anchored at there is the best
Oh, yeah.
beach on this side of the Hebrides.
Is it?
Yeah, it's right in there. It's very nice. Even when it's raining, it's still a nice wee place. So then we left there, and what do we think when we got out here?
It was nice and calm.
I don't think many of you believed us it was going to be a lot
No,
calmer,
I
but
thought you were lying to us.
Nah.
Just try to trick us.
No.
So we were.
No, it was.
No, so we've come out here and it was a lot flatter, much nicer sail back. Then we got around here, then Pete got into his element and told us all about sails and the miss and stay sail. Then we got the miss and stay sail up, which was the big one up in the middle of the boat. then we came all the way around here, round the top of Tall, and into Tobermory. So Tobermory, was that how you imagined it to be?
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually
cool.
been there.
Everyone was like friendly as well, and I found some guys who told us haggis was coarse.
And you made some friends in
yeah.
the cafe, yeah? They
Yeah.
came with the scallops, yeah?
Yeah.
And those guys said to me that you lot were really polite, and did you offer the table to somebody or something?
Yeah, yeah, because we were sitting on a table and
Yeah.
he wasn't eating, so we're like, you move yourself. In a nice way, obviously. So we could let them sit because like, they were
Aye.
locals. And
Because it said how polite you guys were, so that's...
A couple of people in the shops said that as well.
Yeah.
Be with the young people and they said they're lovely, they
Yeah.
chat away and very polite. So that it's nice when you get feedback like that.
yeah.
You
And I met-
can tell what they're used to sometimes.
So ever
Oh, it's
us.
the OIT boat. Oh no.
It's them.
and I met another YouTuber, which was good.
Yeah, right, okay.
I
Connection.
had the best Oreo milkshake in my life.
Yes.
So, do you like Tobermory then? Nice place?
Yeah.
How does it look like Tobermory on the television?
Yeah.
The magnet pictures could have been focused a bit more.
Aye.
Then yesterday, remember, we left Tobermory, we were sailing down here, and remember how I said that the one day that goes that way, or that way up the sound of the mill? Yesterday's the one day it's ever gone across it.
Good across, yeah.
So it was coming right across there, which meant it was quite a nice sail actually. The wind was on the side of the boat, we were going quite fast, and it was really nice. We got round to the bottom here, and remember it's like to get, well, we done a wee man overboard drill down just outside Loch Allen.
Do you remember the bosun did the heroic swim
Oh
to
yeah.
rescue
Back paddle.
Yeah.
I was scared.
An epic.
Then after that, remember doing a wee bit of tacking practice? We zigzags back up.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, yeah,
It was
remember
changing-
zigzags?
Yeah, I was just changing one side.
Zigzag,
Zigzag,
One
zag.
side.
zigzag. We turned round, come all the way down, put the big sail at the front, number one jib back up, put round here, and then it's like quite windy again. We were right over on our side.
You were rushing to dump the main, I thought.
He's Scottish.
Yeah. So come round there, got that sorted. Then come round the bottom of this wee island, Kerala, which is just over there, up that wee narrow gap, and back into.
We did a bit of navigation there, so that was good.
So,
Lost a cup.
oh yeah. What do you think of the week as a whole then? Good. Enjoy
Yeah,
it.
real good. It's nice to get away from like town life and the same old.
And not having your
And
phone.
obviously
Yeah.
got banter and
And it's nice meeting new people, like we made new friends and that. So like,
Yeah.
many inside jokes
Some
the one
very
with
friends.
this boat.
You've also had a taste of sort of a lot of different aspects of sailing as well. So you've had all the rough weather coming out here,
Yeah.
had the nice sail coming back, and a bit more wind and a
I
faster
just
sail
realised
coming
she's
down there.
recording.
yeah, and you have to work hard. Like it's not a thing
Yeah.
you can just do like
Aye.
once a week. Like, you have to
Aye,
be
so
ready.
remember at the start of the week we were saying that we do need you guys to make this boat sail? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were joking, like just
No, we
saying
really
it.
do.
You should
Innit?
have done it like without us.
Oh,
Yeah.
we could, but we'd be dead by the second day.
And do you see how you get the most out of it the more you're involved
Yeah.
and do it? Yeah.
It passes the time and it's fun. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
learn things.
Was we one of the best groups you've had?
Yeah.
Well, you one of the best. This is the best group.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean you have worked together well as a team.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah.
So no.
Yeah.
One of them. Well, one of them.
Aye,
One of the best.
watches was good.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to, yeah, we're going to do
Do that first.
yeah, do this first. Isn't it? So we're going to give you a certificate to say you've been on the boat. ISAP's kindly agreed to read what it says
All right.
with appropriate.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, they are. Just use that
I'm
one.
reading this.
Yeah, right. So this up, guys. This is what the certificate says. Go for it, mate.
Right, so basically, yeah, it's the OYT, the Ocean Youth Theatre Scotland, Adventure Under Sail, inspiring young people, and I'm sure we're all inspired, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you are. So this is to clarify that blank was a crew member aboard blank, and on this voyage experience, piloting basic navigation, so it wasn't the best, but it was basic. Meteorology.
That's weather forecast. Yeah.
Yeah, weather forecast, seamanship, steering, sail handling, anchoring, mooring, rope work, and galley duties.
Galley.
Galley duties. Yeah, I think with me toilet duties because I had to clean the toilet. Other fees, right? We've got the distance sailed, number of days.
Yeah, that's well, just say what that is. 180 miles sailed, is that?
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, 180 miles. Imagine that.
5 days.
Number of days, how many?
5.
5 days. Principal ports of call.
And then we've
We've
got
Yeah.
this here.
got Auburn,
Okay. Go for it, Asad. Yeah, use the sweet.
Yeah. Lockaleen.
Lockaleen, Vatasam, Vatas what? Vatasay, Tobermory, aka Balamory, and then back to Auburn, and then maximum wind strength was F9, which was
F6.
oh F6. Sorry,
F6.
F6, which obviously was hard for all of us except Adam because he's hench. But that is duties described were successfully carried out, and the crew member became a valuable part of the team. We were all a good team.
Yeah. So can I just thank you for that, guys, for being part of a team for the whole week.
Amen.
Yeah, a little round of applause.
Right. For everybody. Yeah. And the watch leaders will now just hang out to watch. So we're going to do a little. Start off a
Drum roll.
slow drum roll.
See, when we're in school and stuff, and basically had awards and stuff,
No,
the first person
we
always
don't
get,
say the name.
the first person get a bigger clap, and then by then everyone gets fed up. So on these boats we like to do the opposite. So you start really quiet, and we build up and build up and build up, and by then everyone's got mental. This is the one exception for ringing that bell.
Yes.
Just before we do that, these certificates, not everyone makes it to the end of these voyages. So it's sort of quite good that you all made it here, so you'll get that. A few weeks ago I had a trip where 5 people on one trip didn't make it to the end. So they just didn't make it. They felt what we lost them. No, they
then Casper's
they
bed.
got off the ball. So anyway, well done
That's
for
why we
making it to the
practiced
end.
man overboard, because we lost them overboard, 5 of them, and so now we practice it now.
Just have to cut their losses and leave them.
Anyway, so we've all made it to the end, so passing out to alternate.
Yeah, alternate.
So
Alternate, yeah.
Well done, Casper.
Hey.
And Emma.
that works every single time.
That was so now be careful, Newcastle. That.
Alright.
So congratulations,
That's so
everybody.
noisy.
Guys, I just want to thank your watch leaders, the 2 people with the same name. I don't. Alien. So thanks very much, guys, for leading your watches and keeping your watches safe, and also to Kath for helping out with one of the watches as well. So thank you, Kath, for doing that.
Can I just say a big thank you from all of us to you, Pete,
Yeah.
to watching
Big
Lewis
love,
and Tail for making
yeah.
this it's really enjoyable and keeping us safe as well. So thank you.
And right, also we need to say big silence.
Ready?
Come up.
3, 2, 1.
Hi,
Chrissy! So, well, I'll start it off and we'll just go around the table.
Yeah, go that way.
That way?
Yeah.
Okay. So, my best bit of this week has probably just been having quite varied weather, because it is, although it's tough, it is quite good fun sometimes battering into all that stuff, even when you're feeling a bit sick. I do enjoy that a wee bit, just sort of battering through stuff. It's a good challenge at the time, then it's pushing through, and then we've got all the dolphins and a nice beach at the end of it. There's a wee reward, which is brilliant. Most challenging bit is probably some of that as well. It is the pushing through that challenge to get to the end result. So pushing through all those big waves, getting out to Vathersea was probably my most challenging bit. And then my funniest bit this week has probably been just suddenly turning around and when you guys start doing vlogs and stuff, and you just completely change for like 5 minutes. Yeah, it's been good fun. I'd tell you that haggis was a real animal.
That was really
I got a lot further with that than I thought I was.
I just have to believe it last night.
It took a little bit further. I apologise.
Alright.
So my highlight of the week is probably actually getting to Battersea. I love the islands. Getting to see that beach. Also, probably another highlight was seeing some of you guys get through that really tough.
Alright, so obviously the thing I enjoyed most was obviously working together with new friends. That was real fun, like putting up the sales scale. Like I enjoy like hard work because it takes your mind off things, you know what I mean? And the most challenging thing for me was probably cleaning the toilets because I hate like other people's businesses and those stuff there, but you have to do it, it's life, so gotta get on with it. And the funniest moment that I can say confidently anyways was probably yeah, right, probably right, so we're up last night, everyone's making noise, everyone runs into bed when one of the watch leader comes in, and only one person got shouted at.
Oh no!
You can always hear your wee laugh.
Right, I'll take it. I'll take the shot.
What? It was me.
I'll take it for the team. But when it goes to my turn, I'm taking it for the team too.
Right, okay. Bubbles?
My favourite moments were, I like the dolphins. I liked meeting all the new people. And that to say, it was good to get there in the end. Funniest moment was probably just pure waffle that went on throughout the whole week. Just the most random him just in the corner making noises.
And the noises from my match.
And the Tobimori vlog, so I enjoyed that. Biggest challenge was probably clearing up and sorting out sick stuff whilst I was trying hard to just stay in a state where I could work, just trying not to feel ill. I think that was quite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adam?
So my best part in hindsight was the second day when I was chronically ill, because when I was coming sailing, that was what I envisioned, like what I wanted to get out of it, like severe waves crashing and everything. But the most challenging part was that same day when I actually was ill, because I didn't really envision getting seasick.
Yeah.
But it was chronic, it was bad. And
Can't beat the waves.
What?
Can't beat the waves.
No. Probably was the funniest moment when everyone was just constantly taking the mick out of my immeasurable strength.
You did get asked to do a lot of jobs in volleys.
I don't help.
Can't just give us one swan.
No, too shy.
Okay. Alright, Meredith. Okay.
I think having the first day being so rough and seeing everybody kind of dropping off like flies kind of made me think, God, what's the rest of the trip going to be like? But the next day, what was really lovely was everybody did break through that pain barrier, and how everyone worked as a team and were compassionate to the ones that were sick. Because I kind of thought, oh, I wonder if there's going to be a bit of conflict with this, but it wasn't. It was really lovely how you have all worked together to watch that. My hardest bit was not being able to phone my son at night. That was really starting to work myself about that, and I could feel my anxiety going. So yeah, it's been a challenge in that sense, but I've loved it. I've loved the dolphins, and funniest moments is quite hard because there's been a lot of good banter, hasn't there? Probably just watching Rex tearing about the boat, just hearing his laugh, and ASAP's the vlogs, and how everyone's got on well. So.
Okay.
My best bit have got to be the walk along the beach. I enjoyed that.
Right.
And also the banter at night with the boys. The most challenging was everything I did on the boat, basically. The most funniest, don't know.
Even though it was challenging everything on the boat, at least you got a good idea of all the things it takes to run a boat, yeah? Yeah. So that's probably quite good, isn't it? As well? Rex.
Right. I want to start with like. I don't know. I'm speechless.
You're speechless.
Yeah.
Sam, just tell us what he's about to say, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty speechless because I didn't. My best moment was when working with different people.
Yeah.
And working in teams, which is kind of what I've not want to experience before, but it's something which I did.
Yeah.
And I'll say my funniest moment was when Kira was away from doing the work. I just goes in, I just pretend to sleep. And then I'll say my hardest moment was when we had to put down the sail yesterday over there. Which my hands couldn't reach.
Right. Nice. Great, okay, thanks.
My best moment probably was the card reading and meditation we did, because it's been like months that I've meditated, so that was kind of like a good thing to get back into. Obviously the beach was fun. The worst thing, that second night, in the night time, that was a challenge.
Well, you ripped. Oh my God.
I got roasted, so.
I got roasted.
Like it was nearly crying.
Yeah, that was and also obviously like missing people back home and stuff. That was like a mental challenge kind of. The funniest of everything really, from Israel to ASAP to everyone just on this. You're just some funny motherfuckers. So,
I've got lots of best bits. I love coming sailing because I just think it's really great seeing like the young people like really change over the week and how they start off to when they finish, and I think that's just the same like this time. There's been some real development and people working together. It's really lovely to see as a worker. Another best bit was the dolphins, and another one for me is doing the steering. Not doing the steering. Challenge was probably trying not to be sick when everyone else was. It was really hard because it's just like everywhere, and trying to go to sleep in a little coffin was really hard.
Oh, you did very well in that, aren't you?
Yeah, it was quite cosy, I suppose, by the end. And the funniest bit, just so many. I like doing the pasta squeeze game and the banana. Yeah, that was funny.
I would have done that.
I think the best bit was when we pinned all of the crew members to fight each other. Just made them like fight, and then challenging bit was then when everyone was being sick, so it was just me and ASAP and all trying to fucking run about. Casper, you were green?
Was I sick? No.
You're sat there, you're out? Then what's the other question?
The funniest.
The funniest. So, like I said, when the bosun was getting tired.
Yeah.
The funniest bit was the banana.
Yeah.
The best bit was seeing the dolphins and the jellyfish.
Nice and loud for people here. Say that again. Best bit.
The best bit was the jellyfish, the dolphins, and the stingy
thingies.
Oh my life. No.
Jellyfish.
The hardest bit was putting the seals down and all.
Hardest bit, putting the sails down.
Okay, so
go, Jamie, go for it.
My best moment was I loved my team, so I thought we worked very well together, and it was quite easy once we were all up. But now, after the second day, my worst part was Tuesday. Thought I was dying and never wanted to step on the boat again. Just wanted to get off and find my own way home. But I pulled through.
You were considering finding a train?
Yeah, I was considering finding some trains to get back to Newcastle.
Yeah.
From Battersea?
No, but I know. I checked that. I was like, not a chance.
Researched.
Aye.
We was upset.
I was so ill. And then I think the funniest moment was last night. Like, there was this picture I'll get show you sitting a second of ASAP, and then like this person is turning bald, so it's and I was sitting laughing at it last night for ages. But if you just want to see it, I'll show you.
Funniest, there's been the banana squeeze thing was funny, wasn't it? I mean, that was brilliantly funny. What are the funny things? Well, we just had a good laugh all week really, so loads of funny moments. Don't think there's anything particular, but the squeeze game was funny. Challenging bit, halfway across the Battersea, wondering if this was a good...
Someone turned him bald and took his eyebrows and that off him.
You're the brows.
Oh.
I don't think we can see it.
Looks so dead.
Let me finish.
Okay, challenging bit. Halfway across to Battersea, thinking a bit like Jackie was saying, is this really a good idea to come all the way? But it's too late to come back really, so we just have to keep going through. So, but I'm glad some of you said that was actually worth it and a good experience.
Yeah.
So good. Challenging bit. Well, that's a challenging bit, wasn't it? What's the other bits? Best bits. Been loads of best bits. Seen you guys do that stow on the main the other day, all together as a group. Was that yesterday? Was it when we did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you did one last night as well.
And the number one last night.
Yeah, well, yeah, the number one was a really good. Yeah, you guys doing that number one, on the pontoon in the horrible drizzle and trying to blow away. So that was really really good. What are the best bits? Seeing the jamming session up there, that was good. Must be loads of other things. What else we mentioned? Good bits. The best bit of all though is Lewis said at the start is that we got back here, we're all safe and the boat's safe, and so that has to be best because that's what my job is to make sure the boat gets back safe and that you guys are all safe. So thanks. Go for it.
Okay.